middleweight fights. Scheduled for 3 rounds. It's stepping up to the big man, almost in the big man category. Would you welcome on my right, trained by Ronnie Winton. He's had 20 bouts. He's a decorated WKA and ISCA champion, Australian and Victorian light heavyweight champion at WKA and ISCA. Having his 21st bout tonight from Ballarat South, scaling 77 kilograms with black trunks, with red stars and gold trim. Would you welcome public enemy number 1, Delainey Park. In the red corner, trained by The Rock, Dave Hedgecock with the Carpenter. The Rock and the Carpenter in the same corner. He comes from Broadmeadows. He turned professional in Talix Solix. Big program at Parkville Receptions. Came through with a sizzling wind. Tonight scanning 79.2 kilograms. Wearing black trunks with musical signs on the front. Would you welcome the Bronx Bull from the Underworld Gym, Stuart Richie. Your man in charge of this middleweight bout, Bruce Haynes.
Well, this should be a fantastic contest. Super middleweight scheduled for 3x2 between the Bronx Brawler, Stuart Richie, out of the Dave Hedgecock stables in the red corner. I should say the Bronx Bull. I won't call him the Bronx Brawler. And looks like he's taken to his hair there for a bit of peroxide. But I'll tell you what, this man has some huge bombing fists behind him. Something definitely to look out for.
Stuart Richie, he's quite an accomplished boxer. And yes, you're right, Michael, he has changed his hair colour since we last seen him. Delainey Park is in for a real battle here, I can tell you.
And Delainey Park, of course, the unorthodox one. This should be a fantastic contest. Can Delainey survive the hands of Stuart Richie? And can Richie survive the unorthodox style of Delainey Park, a decorated fighter with more than 20 fights to his credit?
When you say unorthodox, he'd be sparring the likes of Sam Solomon, Stuart Richie, so he'd be used to unorthodox, I'd say.
You've got one there, Mark the Hammer, and we see some nice early blows there connecting by Delainey Park. Super middleweight contest, the most heated division in Australian kickboxing, the super middleweights. You've got a lot of the big names in there, Anthony Valo, Gurkhan Ozkan, Ian Jacobs, and these two men looking to put their stamp on that division. Delainey Park going to work upstairs on Stuart Richie. And Richie, that beautiful stinging jab of his.
Stuart Richie has actually taken a couple of knocks early here. That's unusual for him. He's usually a quick starter, and he'll really nail those hands home, as he is trained by the legend of the sport, Dave Hedgecock.
Of course,
you can bet that his skills are going to be there.
On his last outing on the Tarak Solek Super Promotion, we saw Stuart Richie make very short work of his opponent, bombing him out with those hands very early on. And Delainey Park, a somewhat cagey opponent, a veteran of the ring. You don't feel that he'll go down too early, and he's there for the whole journey.
Delainey Park fought in many weight divisions, everything from light cruiser down to middleweight, I think. He's fought all.
Oh, beautiful front kick there by Stuart Richie, found the mark. It is an effective weapon to use, and right on the midsection of Delainey Park.
Very cool, calm customer is Stuart Richie, indeed.
Nice leg kick by Richie, and again, as we said, he's very strong in the hands department, and no doubt would have been working quite a bit in the kicking department with the pony boy Sam Solomon. There's the end of the first round of super middleweight action. Stuart Richie and Delainey Park. Richie taking some blows early on, and Delainey Park taking a little bit of punishment towards the end of that first round. A good even contest so far.
It was a good even first round, and something I didn't expect from Delainey Park. He stood there and he traded some good blows with Stuart Richie, and credit to Delainey. And we'll see what the boys have to offer in the second round.
Okay, the Royal Rumble bout 4, with 1 round done in the super middleweight match fight. Delainey Park in the blue corner, Stuart the Bronx Bull in the red. St Albans Gymnasium and Indoor Sports Centre sponsoring this bout. Seconds out, round 2. The Inflation Night spot is where the action will be after tonight's big show here.
Let's rumble in the second round of action between Stuart Richie out of the red corner and Delainey, the unorthodox one, Park, out of the blue corner. Richie opening up with another one of those low leg kicks. A beautiful two front kicks up the lead leg there by Delainey Park. Really found the mark. Another low leg kick by Richie. Delainey goes high.
Dave Hedgecock yelling to Stuart Richie not to stand back and get caught by those gangly legs of Delainey Park, which is, for mine, good sound advice. Well, certainly Delainey can get that front foot right up to your face, as we've seen there, in a very little amount of space.
Well, Richie trying to move in close and go with the hands where he's most comfortable. Delainey trying to keep him at bay with those long reaching legs of his. Just dummying the front kick off the lead leg there, Stuart. Trying to entice Delainey forward and set him up so he can follow through with the hands, and having a little bit of a verbal bashing into the ear of Delainey Park there. Nice front kick again by Delainey. Technique he's using quite well in this round. Richie in close quarters but not able to do anything. Low leg kick.
Stuart Richie looking a little flat tonight, as last time we seen him fought, I think it was Tick and Jamal, I believe.
Came out like a bull out of a gate, didn't he, Mark?
Both the boys did, and that was a very impressive fight. There we just see Stuart taking Delainey's supporting leg out and giving him a bit of a trip down to the floor.
Left hook by Delainey, didn't find the mark. Some body blows by Stuart Richie. That's where he wants to be. In there nice and close on Delainey Park and work those hands to the head and body. Richie trying to line up the big right hand. Couldn't get it. Delainey ties him up over in the neutral corner. And this round a little bit slower than the first. End of the second round. There it is, our super middleweight contest. Delaney Park against Stuart Richie, and the pace going down a notch perhaps in that round, Mark the Hammer.
Well, certainly, as I said earlier, Stuart Richie looking a little flatter here tonight. Delaney Park being his usual cagey self and being true to form, which is a very hard customer to fight indeed.
We're in bout 4, St Albans Gymnasium, sponsoring bout 4 super middleweights. Delaney Park, Stuart Richie. Thank you, Angela. Seconds out. Third and final round. The after party at the inflation night spot. Buy some goodies here. Stubbies, Heineken, spirits, pizza.
Let's get it on between the Bronx Bull and the unorthodox one, and they go straight bang into the action in the third and final round. Referee Bruce Haynes, there'll be no messing about when he's the third man in centering, I can tell you that.
Oh.
Big left round kick by Delaney, and another one. Richie forced to cover up, tries to move in with the hands. Backing Delaney into the blue corner. And Delaney goes downstairs with a leg kick, mixing up those kick combinations quite well, Delaney Park. And Richie trying to stay in nice and close and work those hands. And a deduction of a point
taking
there.
a point for holding, I feel. And that's going to cost Delaney Park, certainly. It's been an even fight. And something like that could just about cost you the fight if it goes down to the wire.
Well, it's unfortunate for Delaney because his legs are looking superb in this third and final round, really mixing it up. Stuart Richie trying to bridge the gap and move in close and work the body blows. And a bit of blood trickling from the nostril there of Stuart Richie. Delaney Park just flicks out the front kick off the lead leg. Moves with the left, the right, the left hook, right uppercut. None of them really finding the mark. A rib cracking kick there by Stuart Richie. Drills in the uppercut. Bruce Haynes is there to separate both men, keep it nice and tidy.
And a tough customer is Delaney Park with 20 bouts under his belt at this stage. This is his 21st. He's been around the ring many a time with many different opponents. And he's always there, he's always trying, he's always keeping his hands up and having a go.
And physically, Delaney looking in pretty good condition tonight. Big right hand there by Stuart Richie. Would have liked a bit more mustard behind it. And copped one of those flush on the kisser and it'll put the lights out on you, I can tell you that. Inside leg kick by Delaney to finish the round, the end of the third and final round of action. A super middleweight contest, and this one again goes down to the judges. But one must wonder how that point deduction off Delaney Park in the final round, Mark the Hammer, how it's going to affect the judges' decision.
Well, as I said, Michael, that could well affect the result of this fight. It was a close fight. Stuart Richie never really got going tonight. He got caught early with a couple of those gangly front kicks there from Delaney Park, and I feel they took him a little by surprise. and it'll be interesting to see how the judges call this fight after that point was deducted.
We have a majority decision. The winner from the red corner, Stuart Richie.
Stuart Richie takes a unanimous decision, and undoubtedly that point deduction off Delainey Park in the third and final round played a role in that decision.
Okay, Stuart just going across. Acceptance. Stuart, it was a tough son of a gun. You had to come home like a train to win that one. Oh, very awful. And you're just learning the art of kickboxing. Yep. And the boys are good. You've got King Solomon and the Carpenter, Darren and Dave and also the Kelly and the man, the Buchanan. Great team down at the Underworld Gym. Very good team. Okay, Stuart, we'll see you soon. Cool. Okay. Inflation, nice spot. Stewie, next Stuart tonight in inflation.